All right. Like I said before, our football team is still learning how to win, and they found a way tonight to get a W. It wasn't pretty, but our guys did find a way to get that W, and we're going to celebrate that win for 24 hours and get back to work and get ready for Virginia come next week on the road conference game.
Willie, it seemed like some parts of the game followed a similar script to last week in terms of the offense starting off really hot and then kind of cooling off, and the defense kind of similarly. Any theories on and it looked like you guys did different things defensively, but still kind of the similar results. Any theories on why?
Yes, I can say when you turn the ball over, bad things happen. When you have 11 penalties, bad things happen. And I felt that was a big reason why we were in the situation we were. You know, we had too many penalties, too many selfish penalties, too many pre-snap penalties. You think about a couple touchdowns called back because of penalties, and then they scored on the takeaway. When you do those things, don't care who you're playing. When you play like that, then you're going to find yourself in ball games like that or find yourself losing them. I'm just glad our guys stayed together and found a way to get that win.
Coach, on both of on James' interceptions, it looked like there might have been miscommunications with the receiver. I guess, what did you see on those plays, and was there some confusion?
On one on the pick six, it was a miscommunication there with those guys, and that's when they got the pick six. You know, the other one was just a good play by the defense, and you got a takeaway.
Coach, obviously it was looking bleak for a while tonight. What did you say to your team as the game headed to overtime?
Well, I told our football team to keep playing. Like we've been talking all week about finding a way to win a ball game, and told them to keep playing. This is an opportunity for us to take a next step with our program as we're trying to build and get it back to where we all want it to be. It was another opportunity to do that, you know, and told our guys to seize the moment. You know, don't be afraid of it. Go take care of business.
You talked after the last game about needing to get Cam the ball more. Obviously, you did that tonight. I mean, what can you say about his performance, especially how it seemed like every time you needed that big play, it was him that came through with it?
It was huge. It was good that Cam was able to run like that, and I think it just another example is getting some of your best guys the ball. They can do great things for you, and Cam he's a guy that's going to do everything it takes to help this football team win, no matter what. And I think that's what we saw out of his gutsy performance tonight. And we got to keep feeding him. I mean, he's a good back, and gave us some good results behind it.
Coach, I don't know if you're aware, but there was an exchange tonight between some of the fans and at least two of your players on the field. What do you say to your team to make sure that doesn't happen again and to just keep them moving forward?
They just got to stay focused. They got to stay locked into the game. We can't listen to all the things outside of us. You know, those are things that we can't control. You know, we got to stay locked into our game. And if any one of our players are ticked off of what anybody said, then we need to play better. You know, and not get caught up in arguing with our fans. They're just frustrated. You know, they want to win just like we all do. You know, we want to win too, and they want to win, and again, we get it. You know, this is a storied program. You know, on winning tradition. You know, and we in the point in our program where those wins hadn't been coming like we all wanted to be, but we're a work in progress, and like I thought tonight, we made another step towards getting this program back to where we wanted to be. Are we there? No, by no means. But we did make a step to get back there, and we will get there. We will. There's a progress in getting there, and like I say, we'll get there.
Willie, some people I think will say ULM lost the game because they missed the extra point, but you guys did come from behind late in the game. Did you see anything different, the way the players reacted when they fell behind this game as opposed to a week earlier?
Yeah, they didn't get down or point fingers or anything. They stayed locked in. They stayed focused. You heard a lot of guys talking on the sideline about we're going to win this game, and this is a great opportunity for us. You know, we talked about adversity and how we handle it all season. We talked about it either pull you apart or bring you together, and I felt our guys came together and made a play. I was really impressed with our offense there when we got down, when we needed a drive for them to put it together and go down there and score. I thought that was impressive.
Coach, ULM scored on 4 of their last 5 possessions and in overtime. Why do you think your defense struggled so much late in the game?
Penalties. You know, I think on a few of those possessions where they went down and scored, we had some penalties. I think a couple personal fouls that allowed them to move the stick and go. But I think that hurt us more than anything was the penalties there at the end. A couple of times we were out of our gaps and they were able to get in there a little bit. But for the most part, I thought they were doing some good things. But those penalties really got our guys in some bad situations and allowed them to move the ball and continue to drive.
Willie, for clarification's sake, late in the fourth quarter, you called a timeout before a punt. Did they make you call timeout because of an injury?
No, they didn't. I called a timeout to make sure that we was ready. On the punt team, we felt there was a possibility they could come and try to block it, and we wanted to make sure everybody was sound and what we had to do if they did do that. So that was the case.
And you mentioned it with success. This team's had success early in games. Mm-hmm. When you talk about learning how to win, is it learning how to have success?
I think when I say learning how to win, it's doing the things that it takes to win ball games. You know, again, we didn't do that perfectly tonight, the things that it takes. I mean, we can't have 11 penalties and try to win ball games at this level. You know, we can't turn the ball over twice and try to win. But fortunately, our guys stuck together and made enough plays for us to find a way to win this ball game. There's a lot of different ways to win, you know. And again, I thought this week our guys didn't get down on themselves. They kept playing and made enough plays for it and put ourselves in position to win the ball game. And before it wasn't like that, you know. So we steadily moving in the direction we want to. And again, I'm glad our guys didn't quit. They stuck together and found a way. And again, that's a step in the right direction. And we'll continue to get better.
Coach, you talked a lot about all the penalty turnovers today. Is there something you can do in practice to change stuff up? Maybe you're going to look maybe at some personnel changes. I mean, or is it just staying the course? I mean, how do you deal with those going forward?
Personnel change for what, penalties?
Well, I mean, people that are committing the penalties or
well, it's not like it's a one guy just getting all the penalties. You know, there's multiple guys getting penalties, so I don't think you just. I don't know.
I guess I'm asking, will you change anything in practice, how you proceed going forward with to try to correct those?
No, because we were pretty good last week with penalties. You know, so I wouldn't say how we practice is what caused it today. We got to be focused, mentally focused out there. You know, all those, again, those pre-snap penalties, those selfish penalties, that had nothing to do with practice. That's just guys got to be locked in. And if that guy, if he's continuing doing that, then absolutely, we want to make sure we get the right guy in there. But I don't think that's the case with that. And like I say, the week before we only had 5 penalties. This game we had 11, and it was too many, you know, and that's what we can't have, and we got to be better with it.
Willie, Juwan Williams left the game. I guess what's his status moving forward?
Juwan left with an ankle sprain there in the first quarter, and I haven't talked to our training staff yet to see exactly how long he'll be out, but I guess it was good to see him at least walking with the boot without crutches.
Real quick, extra points are so often just sort of assumed during games. Because what was your reaction when you saw it miss, and all the time spent on special teams? I mean, do you feel like it paid off? And over he hasn't missed a kick yet this year, and it ends up being a difference.
Well, we tried to block it, but I don't think what we tried to do made him next one there miss the field goal. When he missed, it was like, yes, you know, we won the ball game, you know, and got the dub.